threw me off so much to the point where I had to reach out to this person directly. And they responded back, though. They did. And I'm going to play it for you guys. I'm going to play it for you right now. We're going to show a clip of it on here, but I'm going to play it for you right now.
So at the risk of being judged, I'm just going to say this. I don't want struggle. I hear a lot of married people say things like, marriage is work. Marriage is hard. Staying together is difficult. It's stressful. Michelle Obama said she didn't like Barack for 10 years. And yet, there are people that still aspire to this. No judgment. I'm just not one of them. I want all the ease that the world can provide because life is already hard enough. Do you understand me? Like, I'm not delusional enough to think that I'm not going to have any struggle. But the avoidable type of struggle, why do I need it? Same with kids. It's always, don't get me wrong, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong, they're the best thing that ever happened to me. But there's always a but. Parenting is hard. Parenting is a struggle. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I can't be the only woman that thinks this way. If anything, I think there are more women that do think this way, but have been conditioned to believe that they don't. There's a lot of women in the world that have kids that shouldn't. But what I mean is that they didn't 100% want it. And the kid suffers for that. And so this suffering just continues. The generational trauma continues. Maybe you can't change your childhood, but perhaps you can choose the future by not bringing something to the world that you don't 100% want to be responsible for, probably until you die. I just wish people took life decisions a little more serious, but at the end of the day, I don't own this universe. I just live in it. At the end of the day, we all have choices to make. Mine is to choose my struggles wisely. I'm just never gonna let anyone make me feel bad about that. Because ultimately, I'm the one that has to live with those choices. No one else does, no matter how much they love me or want to be there for me. I suppose the moral of the video is, it's okay not to want the thing that you've been told all your life that you're supposed to.
So, what did you get from that?
The first part about marriage, a business, as I was saying before, a business, any type of goal that you have, just trying to achieve new educational heights. It all takes work. Like, she wants to live this life of ease. I mean, unfortunately, that's not the way it goes. Like, a relationship is work in the sense because it's two different people. So two different people who think two different ways, two different perspectives. And even though we may have things in common, it's an adjustment. So she's going to be alone, more than likely. I mean, like,
Forever.
Yeah, she's probably going to be holding that stance and position.
And God bless her, first and foremost.
Absolutely.
No ill will towards this woman.
Just, you asked, what I thought about it.
Yeah.
So, the second part about, kids, et cetera, I mean, I kind of maybe agree with that part more. I mean, there are plenty of people out here who don't, probably don't need to have kids. And you do need to, that's somebody else's life.
But no one's ever going to be 100% ready to have kids.
Right, of course.
Or be 100% ready to get married. You're never going to be totally
right. You're not going to be 100% ready, but, taking it seriously, yes. This, especially when you have kids, you're responsible for someone else's life. So I got, a little bit what she was saying in terms of just if you take on something that you don't want to. See, there's a difference in, I might not be 100% ready and I don't want to do it.
Right.
So if you are taking that on, then I do see how, you would look at these children as, just being stuck in a situation or whatever, like the negative aspect of things. So, if and those behaviors, just can negatively affect the kids, So, I mean, I agree kind of more so on that aspect of things, but just going back to anything that's worth having is worth working for.
I think it's safe to say that there are people who have children feel like that it is rewarding.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And is it work? Yes, it's work. But like we said, anything worth having is worth putting into effort.
Oh,
it's
yes.
Effort. It's not about struggle. It's about effort.
Right.
Thanks for watching. For more video content, subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our podcast on all streaming platforms.